to Football 301. I am your host, Nate Tice. We're coming to you live right after Sunday Night Football. I'm joined by Charles McDonald. It's time for the late hit. Vikings win Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys at Jerry World. Vikings, actually, really the Cowboys. Vikings are officially eliminated from playoff contention, but that's because of other happenings. The Cowboys have a 1% chance of the playoffs. JJ McCarthy, perhaps his best game as a pro, pull out the victory against an overmatched Cowboys defense. Dak had some moments. Fun battle with Brian Flores. Charles, we got together earlier, but it's great to see you. What'd you think of the game? How you doing?
That was fun. I'm with you. That was JJ's best game, I thought. I thought it was better than last week against the Commanders because, he saw some moments where he was like kind of late, but the Commanders were so bad it just didn't really matter. So,
it
didn't matter at all. I mean, he's throwing the ball like one inch from the sideline, and they're making diving catches out there, and there's still no one in position to make a play. But at least the timing was better tonight. Still some up and down moments, but I thought tonight was one of those nights where you kind of get to see just how strong the rest of this team is too. And how kind of unfortunate is it that they're at this point in the season and they're still on the outside looking in for the playoffs with the losing record. Because man, I thought given what they have, like Brian Flores called another good game. Just the awareness of where these guys are and like critical downs, like even the fourth down where they stopped them short, like all of their guys were just at the sticks waiting to make that tackle. I was like, that's they're prepared like on the critical downs because they still have the personnel issues where they can get got every once in a while. Like Javonte Williams has some nice runs tonight up the middle where they just kind of got bullied, but yeah, Brian Flores another great game for him. Kevin O'Connell called a great game. JJ McCarthy had his best game. It was a good performance for the Vikings, even if it does feel like a little bit too late.
It was I again, because I have to keep bringing it up. I had the Vikings as a wild card team before the season. What they played like tonight was exactly what I was envisioning. Like pretty solid run game. McCarthy just hits his plays. Doesn't have to be perfect. He still had a couple misses where his feet are out of whack, but he just hits a couple big plays. Had a double move to Addison early in the game. I actually have all of his explosives in order. So he had, so it was the Naylor touchdown. Then it was the double move to Addison. Again, so that's a red zone play. That's a third down play, a 3rd and 8. Then he had the one to Hawkinson, which I think was a drive starter. That's the throw that McCarthy did best at Michigan, was stuff over the middle, like overs and benders, which is why I think myself and a bunch of people were like, oh yeah, like Shanahan and coaches are going to love him because that's the throws they have to live off of. So it was nice seeing him in rhythm and actually rip one of those because it was like, I haven't seen a lot of that yet, but it was nice to see. Hit Naylor again. Then we had the one to Josh Oliver. I'm not sure if that was supposed to go to Oliver or not on the bootleg, but he ripped that one and Oliver made a nice grab. And then I thought the 4th down, the 4th and 3 to Naylor, it was technically an extended play. He just hung in the pocket. I thought the Vikings protection was really good all game. So it's nice to kind of, it's nice. We have to be real what the Cowboys defense is. Quinnen Williams, another injured player add on to today, which is just unbelievable. But it was nice to maybe see McCarthy against like a defense with a little bit of a pulse, but like kind of see him actually play when it's a little calm for him, where things are going, where he's not put in a bunch of bad situations. He's not backed up. It's not 3rd and 14. It like just the circumstances weren't as crazy. It's a road game, but it's Jerry World, so there's probably a lot of Vikings fans there, or a decent amount. That's real. That's real. Hey, I got good memories at the old stadium on Thanksgiving. Vikings-Cowboys. There's some great games. A lot of Vikings fans there, but it was just kind of that was the game script, and that was the game flow. I mean, he threw a pick on his first pass. And it was just all good from there. I mean, I thought it was just going to be another one of these days.
That's what I was about to say, because usually he folds. Like when the first mistake's bad, like he's done for the rest of the game sometimes. So maybe he just needs to take a week off after Micah Parsons just destroyed him that 1 week. Just need to take a little week off and recalibrate.
Not
everybody can be as brave as Philip Rivers.
It was fun talking about him at the end of the show. There's a sequence with JJ where he hit the Hawkinson throw, and then he misses Jefferson on the next throw. He sails it, and then he has the fourth down completion to Naylor. I think this was all on the same drive. And then he has an outside throw to Jefferson that's like kind of a drop, but also like he could be a little bit better with his like touch on the throw. And I thought that was like the perfect encapsulation of JJ McCarthy, like what he is right now. It was that drive. One good rip throw where you see his arm strength. One throw that his feet are out of whack and he just sprays. Actually got hit a little bit. And then a back shoulder, he kind of improvs. It's not great, but it's all right, a little bit of something there. And then a throw that's like kind of his fault, kind of the receiver's fault. And other things too on this game, like the Vikings defense is just like, I don't know if Vikings fans feel this way when they watch their defense play other teams, but every quarterback, it's basically how they navigate a free runner. Like how the quarterback can make the guy that rushes from the edge, how they can throw around him. Can they dink it over? Can they throw it sidearm? And that's what every game turns into. Like, it's just like, all right, here comes another free running guy. And then here comes like a sidearm throw or a Harrison Smith bat down. I don't know. It just feels like deja vu every time I watch Vikings games. It's just like, oh, here comes another free runner on a blitzer. Oh, okay, Dak got this one off. So I thought the Dak Prescott kind of Brian Flores chess match was pretty fun throughout the night.
Yeah, agreed. That was a lot of fun because both those guys were on top of their game. And I think, it's honestly there's a lot of quarterbacks where it's like, ooh, playing against Brian Flores. Let's see how they stand tall.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah.
He's gonna throw the kitchen sink at you. And man, I just would kill to see. Well, I was about to say I would kill to see, Brian Flores just have like a couple elite players, but I already know what that looks like. They hold the Rams to 3 points in the Super Bowl. That's what the Patriots did when he had Stephon Gilmore. So man, like the fact that he can coordinate a defense like this, and you still know at every single level they can make serious personnel upgrades. I hope they get that because like I think with that guy you could see something like just monstrous if they can actually get like the horses in there to do whatever he wants. Because right now, it's still a little specialized sometimes. Like I think almost the amount of times that they have to like walk guys up to the A gap, it almost becomes a detriment sometimes because, all right, well, you're going to put linebackers on guards. Like eventually people are just going to run on and they get, so they get caught sometimes. And honestly, like when you pull those guys back, they're not always great playing in space. So it's still just like very specialized roles for everyone.
Yeah.
But good defense, really, really good defense when it's at its best.
It's like when they're hot,
situationally. Yeah. Really good situationally. Big fan.
They are. You can tell how smart some of their guys are, like Van Ginkel and like just when Metellus is out there, how smart he is. Like the guys that have been in the system for a few years now.
Yeah.
Like, because, Smith, like all the guys, like they just know how to get their hands up. They know how to just make plays happen. What you're saying, like kind of specialize. You want a little few players. Like Dallas Turner's gone, but like he's actually been improving. He's actually having some impact plays. Yeah, so it's like, okay, that's good. But I get what you mean, though. It's like you want to see some real aces. Like that's where you're hoping these vets that they signed this offseason, they had moments, but they've also been banged up and everything too. Anything else in this game? I'm just trying to like, oh, Brandon Aubrey misses 2 field goals. And I'm wondering, my theory is they ran the fake field goal with him. Just get kind of a little miscalibrated. Like, his sniper was just all calibrated off and then it just got a little tilted just a little bit to the right, maybe something like that. Just my theory. We got a gritty into the end zone for McCarthy, which was a bold move.
Man, he's a front runner. I tell you what, he is a front runner. When things are good, he's out there.
He's out there. He's out there. I was surprised by that. I was like, I don't know if he likes you right now, so I was curious by that.
Yeah, it was a little strange. A little strange. He's quick to start dancing when things are going good, but you gotta stand tall when it's bad too.
I know, you gotta face the music. Who else we got? Jalen Redmond. Want to give him a shout out. He's a good player, dude. He finished with just 5 tackles, 1 run stuff today. His on-off yards per play difference today was 2.6 yards. So on the plays that he was on the field, they averaged 4.4. When he was off the field, Cowboys ran 7 yards a play. So Jalen Redmond's a nice find for this Vikings defense. So, but I get it. I'm right there with you. They just need some more true dudes in there.
Dude, I'm begging him to change his jersey number. 61, bro. Come on. That's terrible. please. Like every time I see him, and because when I watch their film, I see the defensive lineman in the regular season wearing number 61. I'm like, oh, this guy's got to be terrible. But he's not, you know? So just change the number so I don't think that about you. No one picks 61. You're given 61. So change it.
Well, that's what's happened to receiver numbers too. Like single digits. Single digits used to mean like, oh, can't body, cut. And now they're the good numbers again. Like, so I've had to like recalibrate that a little bit, like, or like, just anybody, like there's a whole lot of numbers people are getting right now. And I'm like, oh no, this guy's got a stink. And it's like, oh no, those are the good numbers again. It became 80s were cool. And then teens became, or those 80s were only ones you could have. And then Keyshawn kind of changed all that. And then it was like, okay, teens were the cool numbers because we have too many 80 numbers retired. And now every number is eligible. So I know I'm old. Yeah, I'm old.
Now, back in the day on the Falcons preseason roster, if you ever saw a wide receiver wearing number 7, you knew that guy had no shot of making the team.
Yeah, because that jersey's not alive.
Not until Youngwood flew somehow, and then Bijan. Yeah,
that was Scott Tolzien. I think he was at first with the Chargers, and then he was undrafted with the 49ers. And at first they gave him 16. And he, who were 16 for the 49ers, right? And he said, that's not good. And then he said 2 days later when they changed his number, that's when he knew he had a shot. Like he was more than just like an arm for a couple days. Like, because they brought him in almost like as a favor. And it was like, oh no, you actually can play. So that reminded me when he was like, oh, 16. I was like, oh, sweet. Like, that's a good number for you. Like, that's your number. And he's like, not here. Not here. I was like, oh, yeah. Only other thoughts I have on this game. I thought the wide open Naylor touchdown was a sweet design. Stack alignment. I'm just thinking too. Yep. I don't know. KOC is a good coach. Brad Flores is a good coach. Best game from JJ McCarthy. Cowboys kind of officially out. They kind of had a snowball's chance in hell, and they were playing fun football, but they just got a long way to go on that defense.
They do,
and they got to deal a little bit.
I would say Brian Schottenheimer, good coach too. They just need another offseason.
And maybe not being too good, they keep Clayton Adams for another year, and then you just really cook for another year. Yeah, I know. I think they're set up really well for 26. I'm very excited to see what they kind of go with, and the Vikings too. I mean, this rest of the season, it's just really about 9 and how well he plays the rest of the way, because you got to get yourself feeling good, and then actually getting the pathway. I know everyone's just talking about his mechanics all of a sudden. No one had an issue with it coming out of college, but all of a sudden everyone's got an issue with it. Doesn't matter if you write about it a year and a half ago. Everybody now wants to talk about it. But I think with that, with McCarthy and stuff, like, okay, now they have no excuses not to work with him. I think maybe that's the best way I can put it. So I don't know. I was very entertained by that game. I was hoping it wouldn't be kind of like a deer in the headlights game. And I thought McCarthy had some confidence with what he was seeing. Thought the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Incomplete, but entertaining and on their way. Next up is 3 Highs, 3 Lows. Charles and I got together live on YouTube to react to all of Week 15, which was a very fun day, very entertaining day. We had some serious wins, some serious injuries as well. Patrick Mahomes, Micah Parsons, the former Cowboy. 6 teams came back today from a double-digit deficit, 10 points or more. That's tied for the most in league history. We talked about a lot. We got Chargers Chiefs, talked about odd mirror, Bills Patriots, Broncos Packers. Broncos with a big win. Bo Nix probably his best game as a pro. Didn't touch on Panthers Saints. Do you have one thought on that? Did you just catch a highlight on that one? Nothing?
Nope. Didn't.
Yeah, I want to rewatch it. Yeah, I saw Devin Neal got hurt.
I didn't see any of it.
I watched a lot of the first half, not so much the second half. I'll be honest, but yeah, we'll talk about it soon, because the Panthers are going to be playing some very interesting games against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFC South, which is kind of just always the afterthought. But the Saints are doing some cool stuff, so we'll talk about all that soon. But until then, enjoy 3 Highs, 3 Lows. See you guys right after the break.